Hi, baby gorgeous. Welcome to Bravo and Blaze, where we're going to get lit off all the latest going on in the Bravo TV world. This is a safe and uncensored space to discuss our love for everything pop culture and 420 related. So grab your can of goodies and let's get lit.
Happy 420, everybody. I have to say the recent vitamin D intake combined with daylight savings, even though that was like a month ago, has really made a huge improvement on my mood despite Scandoval going on. So I'm feeling good today, and thank you for being here for this cannabis holiday of ours on 420. I know that most media is like, they celebrate and they're talking about like getting really stoned and like, let's do stoner things. And like, I love that. Go do that. Have fun. Nothing wrong with recreationally consuming. However, for me, I just want to remind everyone that, think about the science of the plant. It is a natural plant and it's proven to show medicinal benefits. The US government even has a patent indicating that cannabinoids have medicinal benefits, yet cannabis is still on the Schedule 1 list of narcotics with heroin and whatever those other really bad things are. But that is injustice. And when you look at, people not having their medicine is bad enough. But on top of it, if you look at the history of prohibition, you will find out, just literally, you can go on Netflix. There's tons of documentaries out there. The Grass is Greener, The Legend of 420, Weed the People. Those are all really great documentaries to watch. And literally, it's all the same thing. It was a surge of immigration from Mexico that sparked the word marijuana. That's not even a real scientific word. That's a slang word that Mexican immigrants use to refer to cannabis. And the US government weaponized that word and turned it into like a derogatory term. And still today you see, like, I have to say I'm a medical marijuana patient versus like a medical cannabis patient. And that's all because they use that opportunity to weaponize and demonize this plant and use it against people of color. They've been doing this for over a century. And before that even started, you can see cannabis sativa is referred to in medical journals. This is like documented. So, talk about hypocrisy, right? And I know for a fact that this is still impacting people. I myself have firsthand experience having a complete change in my health and wellness by replacing multiple prescription medications, by microdosing on cannabis. And despite being responsible, safe, and being a good person, I was still threatened by my doctor to have Child Protective Services called on me if I had THC in my system. And that was like the first time I realized how much bigger this situation is. And I decided to dedicate my life to cannabis advocacy because children are still being taken away from their parents in the US. And I know if you're in a different country, you might be like, no, that's not happening. Yes, it is happening. I'm telling you, like literally still today in 2023. So bottom line, don't be afraid to talk about cannabis advocacy with people. The laws are changing here in the US. Acceptance is increasing by people like us, because I know you're out there. It's just a matter of talking about it. Because even in countries where it is fully legal, like in Canada, I still hear about there being a stigma for, against employees, professionals, parents, mothers. So, really the only thing that tells me that is hindering cannabis advocacy and progression is ignorance and the negative stigma that has been ingrained into our society and culture for so long. So I could keep going. I'm like sweating now just thinking about this. But bottom line, I hope you all have a safe and fun 420. I meant to even put up this slide and I forgot. But I'm going to move on because today we have a lot to talk about. Today we're talking about Scandoval. And I keep wondering, do you think Tom Sandoval feels like Jim Carrey in The Truman Show? And I keep thinking about that. But then I'm like, imagine if Jim Carrey, his character in The Truman Show, left that dome or whatever and was but he was a sociopath and he comes back and just is living life like it's no big deal or whatever and starts posting about it on social media. They didn't have social media when The Truman Show came out, so I'm proposing and manifesting someday that Jim Carrey will do a remake of The Truman Show, an updated version with updated technology, because I feel like it would be Vanderpump Rules. It'd be insane, actually. It would be so scary. But anyways, okay, where did I leave off? I'm just in the beginning of introducing myself still. Before I begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can be reminded to join in on the interactive chat and see all the wonderful visuals for today's episode. However, if you are a podcast listener, don't worry because all episodes are available on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and pretty much anywhere where you can get your podcasts. Subscribing, reviewing, sharing, liking, and or leaving a 5-star rating is incredibly appreciated and helps this show to continue to grow. Also, don't forget our social media handle is at Bravo and Blaze on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. And I just want to mention as a reminder, as a disclaimer, that this show is for entertainment purposes only. We are not giving world news, or we don't have a team of fact checkers around here or anything. I'm just simply documenting my journey through Scandoval, and it's been mind-blowing. And I just feel like I'm not the only one, and I'm here to help us all heal, to unpack what we're witnessing and try to learn how to cope, I guess. I don't know, but I'm gonna switch sides. As you know, I was gonna kick it off like this. I was wearing my Team Ariana sweatshirt earlier, but it's so warm, too warm actually. I had to take it off, but it's really cute because it's cropped, and I got a large, even though I could probably go smaller, but I like the large because it gives that, baggy crop look that I like. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating right now. But we have Team Ariana merch. We have Scandoval. I'm using my Scandoval notebook for you to die. I'm literally taking all my notes in here. I just love stationery. I don't know why. But also, as you know, this is reminding me, BravoandBlaze.com has all sorts of fun Bravo-inspired merch and products from all your favorite shows. This grandfather MFR mug I'm drinking my new black tea that I replaced with my old one, the hibiscus tea, which was also very good, but they discontinued it. So I had to replace it with Harney & Sons Paris tea, which is on my Scandoval Survival Kit, because I literally, I need the caffeine all day long to keep going, because this is like a marathon. This is my Mount Everest. You know what? I'm going to go turn on the fan. Yeah, it definitely felt a little warm in here. Yeah, so I have this Hardy and Sons Paris tea, which is on my Scandoval Survival Kit. And honestly, I might start doing Amazon Live shows because I find it to be extremely enjoyable for me. For example, I wanted to show you guys, I posted about this, but this is like legit. I'm not like, I don't even know what the commission is off this if you guys buy one, but I have this on my Amazon Scandoval kit because ever since Scandoval started, and it comes with you're probably like, what the hell is this? This is like a red light therapy thing that you plug in, and I literally sit like this on my face because, and it comes with like the little eye goggle things and a remote. So I actually bought this a long time ago, years ago. And I bought it because my parents were like, it'll help your back. I have chronic back pain. I have chronic, like full body inflammation all the time. And I was like, it's worth a shot. It's just a light, right? And I did feel like I was getting some relief from it. But I couldn't like really tell. And then I was reading about it some more and I read like, oh, it could be really good for your skin too. And I was like, what? Let me try this because I don't know, mid-key, high-key, a beauty junkie. I love skincare, makeup, all that stuff. But I started using it on my face and I was like, oh my God, this is like, I was so impressed with my results from a freaking light. And then I got to a point where I was using it like every night and that was like unnecessary. I didn't even need it really anymore. I was like, my skin is so good. I like barely need to use a light anymore. And then because I have little kids, the remote was missing for a while. I was like, where the hell is my remote? I found it under their couch like last week. And since Scandoval started, my face has been breaking out. If you go back, I have proof of it. I even showed, I was like, look what Tom Sandoval gave me a pimple. But since I found the remote, I'm like, oh my God, I can use this again. Started using it after my skincare routine at night, every night. And it hasn't even been a full week and I already see improvement. And I just feel like I owe it to you all to share this. So it's available on my Amazon store. Go check it out. All the links are in the show notes. I just talked about that Scandoval Survival Kit. The next thing I want to mention is Patreon. So if you cannot get enough if you cannot get enough of Scandoval, come join us on Patreon. I have a bonus Scandoval tier for $4.20. And I have deep dives. I'm going through all of season 10 in detail to get all the evidence. I'm combing through, taking notes, and I'm sharing it with you all so that you have it all in one spot. But also in celebration of 420, I'm adding a live monthly smoke sesh for Patreons only. Make sure you come check the show notes and go sign up. And then also, if you're looking for behind the scenes of Bravo and Blaze, then join the next tier on Patreon. This is where I give you all the lessons I've learned by creating Bravo and Blaze from nothing. Just at home on maternity leave, the pandemic hit, I was losing my mind. I started live tweeting about Bravo shows that turned into like meme making, then selling merch, then starting my podcast, reaching the top 100 charts in less than 4 months with only one episode a week. I had to beg my mother to watch my kid for me because don't forget, I still don't have full-time childcare, by the way. And I have 4 daughters. I try to say like Teresa Giudice, but I'm not good at it. But yeah, since then, I've been interviewing not just Bravo Lebs, but actual celebrities like Redman. I've also interviewed people on HBO, Netflix. I've been featured on major networks. I hosted my own sponsored live show in New York City. This is all like, I just have been doing this on my own. But now I'm helping others to manifest and reach their goals. So Go sign up on Patreon at the next level. All right, I'm going to switch gears and get started because we have a lot. First, I'm going to go through my stories on Instagram, which I'm sharing with you. If you're on Instagram, come join us. On YouTube, you can see it there. Oops. That's my oldest. Okay. So I'm going to share my stories because that has everything, like all the news, all the side stuff that's going on, all of like Tom's weird posts and like things in people's stories and other content creators or whatever. So I'm sharing that all with you. And after that, then I'm going to go through the never before scene from last week. There were 4 scenes that 3 of them were like pretty intense. So I'll go through that. And then we'll go through last night's episode. But then also Scheana was on Watch What Happens Live. So there's a lot to go through. And we're already 16 minutes in. Whoops, I did it again. Okay. Let's start on the 13th. Okay. I'm scrolling through stuff that is not relevant right now. This is like from the week before. That's when I went live. Okay, so Bravo Snarkside posted a blind item saying the late night talk show host is just angry about a recent appearance because it changes the storyline producers had planned. That means Andy, obviously, and he's mad that Tom Sandoval went on Howie, I guess. Rightfully so, and like it's a little grimy from Howie's side, but then again, I did interview Margaret during her show, but I wasn't interviewing her for tea. It was for cannabis advocacy. So I don't know. I feel like it's not the same. Shoot, what happened? Okay. Then, we see Bravo's posting, Shayna's wedding pics and videos. Okay, Us Weekly posts and says, Pump Rules alum Jax Taylor thinks Tom Schwartz and Katie Maloney would still be together if it weren't for Tom Sandoval. Okay. I saw this before I watched Jax and Brittany do the rewatch on Peacock, and I was like, oh my God, Jax agrees with me, because literally, if you've been following along, you know that I said this, right? I posted about it. It's all there. It's all documented. I'm skipping a couple of things, but shout out to all these people. The Reality Bitch, Lucy, Apple Juicy. I'm going to skip over Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip 3, but I do love it, and I do recommend it. Pepsi is my favorite. The way he says, from my heart! Just like, he's like, it's fake. I'm not fake. That is real from my heart. Okay. Shout out to the Real Housemates of New York. Okay. Face Reality 16 posts, hearing the finale convo between Ariana and Rachel is Ariana telling her she thinks Tom is cheating on her, and Rachel saying she'll be there for her if he is. Oh, hell to the no. Oh, hell to the no. That's on a different level. I really hope that's not the case. And I want to just mention this real quick. A lot of people, especially in the beginning, they're like, aren't you so mad at Raquel? And I'm like, I guess, but like, at the end of the day, I feel like she's a broken human being who doesn't really know any better. And I feel like Tom Sandoval is manipulative, and he somehow convinced her. I mean, I'm not saying she's like innocent, but I don't put like a ton of blame on her. Like, I don't even have any like anger towards her, because I'm like, I feel like she's a victim of Tom Sandoval, and Tom Sandoval is the real creep here. So then we see Walter is upset, posted from Blocked by Jax. Someone said that Raquel's in rehab. Someone said, this girl I know just was in rehab. Guess who was in there? Who, James? And they said, Raquel said she wasn't there for drugs, just had to run away from her problems to Arizona. So Rachel was in rehab in Arizona? Yep, maybe still is. Okay, so this is when I was like, I don't like this anymore. I actually, when this started, when I saw this, I was like, I don't think I want to cover Scandoval anymore. It's getting ugly. It's not, I don't like it. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, because also if it's true, then I wish her the best. And like, I don't think people should, we shouldn't even know this stuff. Like, that's her personal health. But also, if it's not true, then I'm angry. And like, I don't know what's true and what's not. Face Reality also posted about how on Off the Vine with Caitlin Bristow, Katie was talking about Schwartz and reminded everyone about how, Raquel was wearing the Tom Tom sweatshirt at the BravoCon panel. And he said to Katie, she wasn't there for me. Trust me. Oh my God, that's so creepy because I was at BravoCon. Oh my gosh. Okay, also, side note. I've been watching Vanderpump Rules season 8 this past week. I'm not done with it. But this is the season with all the new people. Brett, Max, Dana. And Max did the whole Tom Tom shirt thing with another girl, which is the reason why Dana and Max stopped being exclusive with each other. So this whole Raquel wearing the Tom Tom sweatshirt at BravoCon bit, whatever it is, basic because it's been done before. Go watch season 8. Oh my God, I lost the thing again. All right, I gotta keep moving because there's so much. This is when Best of Bravo posted, like, Vanderpump Rules star Raquel Leviss checks into facility for mental health treatment. This is when I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm on vacation. I did kind of go on vacation on Friday. So I was like, if anything major happens, just let me know. Meaning I was off duty pretty much. But then I saw James Kennedy is going to be in New York City on April 28th. And I was wondering, should I go? 91% of you said I should go. And I was like, I think I'm going to go. But then I looked at what time it starts, and it starts at 10 p.m. And I'm just like too tired. The thought of staying up that late seems so exhausting to me. But I hope whoever is into that goes and has a great time. Report back. Send me videos. Okay, don't forget, this is from Bravo Breaking News, Coachella was this past weekend. And you know how I feel about Coachella. I feel like that Coachella was so... Okay, before Vanderpump Rules, I always looked at Coachella as like something I definitely would never want to do because I hate being hot, first of all. I hate being hot and like sweaty, and I don't like to stand around. And the thought of being around crowds, I don't know. I watched that Woodstock 99 documentary, and I just never want to go to a concert ever in my life, I think. Even BravoCon was a lot for me. And even Ariana knows that because she had to explain it to Bali. Bali goes, will you come to our panel tomorrow? And I was like, oh, no. I can't go. She's like, what? Why? I was like, and then Ariana, she's like, she doesn't like the big crowds. I was like, thank you, Ariana, for explaining that for me. But yeah, so the reason why I was like Coachella is so triggering is because when things first surfaced with Scandoval, their biggest concern, Tom Sandoval and Raquel, their biggest concern was them not being able to go to Coachella because they were in fear of being ostracized. And I was like, why is that their biggest concern right now? And now I've been like fixated on Coachella because of that. Because I was like, this is absurd. Why would they care so much after they've just ruined people's lives? I was like, this is nuts. And so then I had this theory that maybe Coachella is Tom's predatory playground and he needs to be banned or something. I don't know, but he didn't get banned. However, we at this point last week, we still didn't know, like, is he going to go? Are they going to go together? Like, we don't know. Then I have Up and Adam Live, who reports that she's not in a mental facility or mental health facility. She's at a 5-star resort. Again, I don't know if this is true. It feels icky to even be like questioning people about their like health and stuff. So I'm just like exhausted by it all. Like, I don't know what's real or not. But Bywig Hello Drama posted Scheana's wedding dress designers were at Scheana's wedding, and they went on to Jeff Lewis Live on Radio Andy, and Bywig Hello Drama said Scheana's wedding dress designers saw Sandoval and Raquel kissing at Scheana's wedding and say producers set up the Raquel and Schwartz makeout because they were actually sitting at that table and they were asked to move so that they could shoot that scene. This is all creepy. By the way, don't forget on Howie, Tom Sandoval said, I even told our showrunner, Jeremiah, to hold myself accountable. Yeah, we see you, producer Jerry. I'm more interested to know what's going on with the producers. Like, how much did they know? And like, I don't know, there's a line, right, of doing your job and being a good human being. And I just wonder about this. I don't know. I'm going to move on. I was a guest on High Low Brow Pod that got released on Sunday. So go make sure you check that out. We did like a tribute to Dazed and Confused because it was the 30th anniversary. Does that make you feel old? Because it made me feel old. Thank God I was only like 11 when that movie came out. So it's not like I like had to go back and revisit. I didn't rewatch it, but I remember I've watched that movie so many times. But yes, it was a good discussion. Go check that out. Being that it was Coachella over the weekend, I was reminded that Ryan Bailey, when I had him on my show like a month ago, he showed me, because he has, from Tom Sandoval, a Coachella bracelet that Tom Sandoval had specially made by the people who do Coachella's bracelets for Raquel's proposal from James. So go check out that interview too. And then reports from Love Andy C and Up and Adam Live. I guess there's reports that the resort that Raquel was allegedly staying at is the same one that Shannon got hit in the head with a mallet by Kelly Todd on Real Housewives of Orange County, which is funny. Okay. So we get lots of, this is from the Bravo Babe. We get lots of footage over the weekend of Ariana, Scheana, Dana, all living their best life at Coachella, killing it, working too, because they got, sponsorships and stuff like that. But also, speaking of working it, I posted Bravo Love Baby _new. Ariana got a deal with Bloomingdale's. And I think I said this on my show last week. I'm really trying to manifest that Ariana's hustling right now. Because don't forget, she had that movie. She's got all these different sponsors. Like, you can rattle them off. She has Dancing with the Stars. What else does she have? I feel like she has more things. Bloomingdale's, just tons of stuff. We see Scheana. Like, she's wearing a Chanel necklace. They're so cute. There's a picture, this is from Face Reality 16. It's Ariana and Dana locking lips with a heading Hot Girl Cella. Wait, what? are those pineapples on her bucket hat? I don't know. I don't have time. It's a Bravo world, has more footage. Okay, so here's my theory, and I thought about this when the news first came out about them being worried about missing Coachella. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I have this theory. I was like, they probably, because they were so upset about it, she's probably like, no, what are we gonna do? Coachella, that's where we can smash lightning bolts or whatever. Tom's like, don't worry, we're gonna be together. And they plan like some romantic trip alone somewhere else together in replacement of Coachella, right? So that's my theory. That was my witchy sense, right? I had this feeling for a while. And then Pump Rules posted this post that says Raquel Leviss actually at luxury wellness resort, not mental health facility, with Tom Sandoval joining. Oh boy. And again, like as I'm getting this information, I don't know what's real, what's fake. I'm like, good Lord. Good God. They don't let us rest. So I just moved on and I started watching the Jackson Brittany rewatch of Vanderpump Rules. And I'm like, this feels like Inception. It's so meta to watch them watch it. And it's funny because with my oldest, you know, technology is obviously changing. Generations are experiencing technology differently. And with my oldest, as she was growing up, because she didn't have tablets like my youngest do, but she did have like a DVD player, and then she's obviously grown up with iPhones starting to come out and stuff like that. And at one point, she was watching people play video games online on YouTube, and I was like, what are you doing? This is the weirdest thing ever. And then I started looking at the numbers. I was like, holy shit, they got like 1 billion views. And my daughter's like, yeah, they're really famous, Mom. And I'm like, who are these people? So then I start like researching. I'm like, holy crap, this is nuts. So I never understood it. And I was just like, oh my God, this is weird. But now with this Jackson Brittany thing, I feel like I get it now. Like, this is our version of watching other people play video games. Okay, so this is where I get pissed off, right? Because I had witchy senses, and like anyone who watches Bravo and Plays knows that my witchy senses are pretty powerful. Almost always on point, right? And I had this witchy feeling of like, oh my God, they're gonna be together this weekend because it's Coachella. But then I think this is Us Weekly. I'm not sure. It says, remaining unbothered, Vanderpump Rules Ariana Madix enjoyed the first day of Coachella with Scheana Shay just hours after ex-Tom Sandoval was spotted heading toward the music festival. And then later in the article it says, meanwhile, Sandoval, who split from Maddox last month amid his affair with Raquel Leviss, made his own way to the desert separate from his castmates. The TomTom co-founder, 40, was seen stopping for snacks before hitting the road toward the Coachella Valley earlier on Friday. So I'm reading this, I'm like, okay, this is weird because it doesn't say he was spotted at Coachella. It says he's spotted on his way to Coachella. And on top of that, if you're going to say somebody's somewhere, like, I need to see a picture. And so I'm like, oh my God. And you can see, I wrote, my witchy senses were wrong. Everyone be careful at Coachella. This was very triggering for me because I'm thinking, oh my God, Tom Sandoval is going to Coachella. Hide your children. Oh my gosh. I was like, wow, I never really felt like I had a witch sense gone wrong. And I'm like, I guess I was wrong. It just felt weird. But I continue watching Jackson Brittany. And if you've watched it, watch the new ones. because after I watched it, I'm like, Jax is repeating all of my takes. Like literally the thing about Tom and Katie being married still, like a lot of people said that, but just watch it. I'm like, he's literally like repeating all the takes that I've posted on Bravo and Blaze. It's hilarious. So I'm here for it. The only thing that was not in sync with my takes was when he said he can smell Sandoval, like Red Bull, cigarettes, and beer or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's not for me. Okay, so I find this interesting. Oh, I guess I was finishing season 7 and starting season 8 this past week. And I was just watching season 8. Sorry, retract. But no, this is season 7. Sorry, I am like confusing this right now. Sorry. Okay, in season 7, they were stressing about opening Tom Tom. For similar reasons, they're stressing about opening Schwartz and Sandy's. So I'm watching this season where they're saying like, where's the cocktail menu? What kind of glasses? What name do I put in the POS system? Like, I've heard these things as a viewer multiple times. Like, I can't imagine actually being in this environment. Like, dude, what is your problem? So watching back to season 7, it's the same exact thing with Tom Tom. She's like, where are your drinks? And I need this stuff or whatever. And even Lisa's like, what's more important than this? And Schwartz, like, covers for him, but he went to go get the motorcycle with the sidecar. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. But even Ariana was like, she was so nice about it, because I probably would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? This is so stupid right now. But I noticed a pattern. There's like Freddy Krueger vibes from Sandoval in season 7 versus season 10. Okay. Let me skip some. Okay, so Glorified Gossip Girl posted that Dana commented on a post saying he's not here, talking about Sandoval. Thank God. She's at a spa. That's what Dana said, but who knows if Dana knows. And the caption is, Tom is not at Coachella. He is at a spa. Wonder with who, if the rumors are true. So then I start going back on my witchy senses. I'm like, okay, I think my witchy senses were actually correct. Tom and Raquel sold fake stories about this weekend, and they're really together having a romantic spa weekend together, allegedly. But if this is true, then I am in fact a mother effing witch. Also, this confirms how basic Tom Sandoval is. Because if I can predict like what he's going to do if he doesn't go to Coachella, then that is an indication of how basic you are. Anyways, Bravo Boo posted, I was today years old when I found out Jax Taylor was on Desperate Housewives. I didn't know that either. That was pretty funny. Okay, so this is season 7 was rough for James. They were really piling on him, and I just felt bad for him. Is this season 7 or season 8? This is season 7, I think. And I'm mad at Tom Sandoval that he made me doubt my witch abilities. Bo is so funny. I love him. Poor guy. I don't know what it is about James Kennedy. I think I look at James and I see like a sad child. And that's why I always have a soft spot for him. It's a character flaw of mine. Ariana, back in season 7 or 8, whenever this was, she says that to make my own music, that's my Mount Everest, and I want to manifest that for her, like a solo album. Like, yes, girl, get it. Weed News, National Normal posted, NBA says it will end drug testing players for cannabis. Finally. Thank you. Moving on. The Real Weed Mama is talking about moms judging other moms, and my takeaway is, I'm ready for dad shaming to kick it to high gear in 2023. So Death by Reality posted, Kristen Doty says, somebody pointed out to her that what Sandoval was saying on Howie is very similar to how he gaslit her, saying like, it's off. Go check it out. I'm just going to keep going. I got a lot to go through. Blocked by Jax. Go follow. Okay, so Face Reality 16 says Sandoval wasn't on his way to Coachella. He was on his way to the NAMM show in Anaheim, later spotted at Tom Tom. Like, literally, I just don't know what is real or fake anymore. But during my rewatch of season 7 or 8 or whatever, James's father rewarded him for being sober with a beer, and I really would like to do a more deep dive on James and his background, because this adds to my empathy for him. I'm just like, this guy, he just didn't have good upbringing, I guess. But Tom Schwartz sucks. We all know this. Oh, I really like Lala's Boy song. I just learned that about myself. So go check that out. Here's Ariana killing it. Oh my God, this was the season of the puppy show, the puppy party. And again, this is where I remember watching back then and being like, why do they care so much about these people? Like, they were so not nice and not welcoming. I don't understand why Raquel continued to like seek validation from them. I just found that to be weird. I panicked. I had a jump scare. I hit the button too fast. I reposted Ariana's story. She got a tattoo of an alien. I saw that Poosh was tagged, and I was like, oh my God, did Ariana and Kourtney Kardashian just get matching tattoos? But it turns out it was her friend. And they were at the Poosh Coachella camp. So that's pretty cool. Love calling Tom Schwartz wussy pussy. We go back to Ariana and Kristen becoming friends and going on like this dinner date together. And I found this whole interaction to be so weird because like they were so great in this moment. But knowing everything that's happened and like the way things are now, it just felt so weird to watch. Okay, so earlier on Saturday, we're only on Saturday. Miraval, Arizona had posted this picture of their bar, and in the caption it said, "You know that it's our time. These are the best days of our life," and a martini glass. And I commented, I said, nice #Scandoval reference and a little smoking emoji. And I took a screenshot of it, and you can see like the icons of who liked it. You can see it's a blonde hair, black heart, she speaks Bravo, everything's hunky dory, and 109 others, right? That's important because one, good thing I took a screenshot because they took the post down. And this, I retweeted this, or I tweeted it, the picture, and it, I guess you would say, went viral. Anything over like 250,000, I believe, is considered viral, and it got to like over 1 million in one day. So, yeah. I didn't expect that to happen, but it was interesting. And I was like, well, I wonder what prompted them to take it down. And I wonder if like, are they in on it? Is this like, it's cute, it's inappropriate, definitely unprofessional, but hilarious. Anyways, we'll see what happens after this. Side note, Pump Rules posted Lala Kent's story where she says, I do not have Twitter. This is not me. I guess somebody on Twitter is pretending to be Lala, which I don't know why I think that's so funny. Oh, this puppy party. Ugh, and then we see a scene. By the way, all these stories are in my story highlights on my Instagram, so you can go check them all out there. They're all in chronological order. But Ariana was just like so sweet about this puppy party. And then this, I love any kind of psychic, medium, anything, tarot reader. I love those kind of reality TV scenes because they're so funny. This lady's like some kind of witch doctor, and I don't know. I just want everyone to know I'm not this kind of witch. This is also, so this is the end of season 7. This is the scene where Scheana tells Kristen and Lala that she bought Adam a penguin. Kristen and Lala's faces are so good. It's also the season where Shayna's like, you don't love me? You don't love me? Like, so many times. Lisa's face, oh my God, just so funny. Classic, iconic. Queens of Bravo posted, Tom Sandoval there's a picture of him at Tom Tom. Then we have, like I said, go check out High Low Brow. We did our episode together on Dazed and Confused. I think this is _Sir Rules reposted a clip of Stassi's tour right now. She's pregnant, by the way, and I forgot what she said in this, but she's talking about Sandoval, I think. Bravo's invite only posted, I want to meet the Tom that got an entire genre of foolery named after him. That's so funny. All right, I'm going to skip the Forbes one. That's inspiration. I can give you that all day. Real Housemates, Rate My Bravo. Page 6 has Ariana. Oh, this one is from National Normal. This is weed news. So in Montana, legislation is permitting police to administer cannabis saliva tests. And I have a problem with that. Number one, well, I don't know the science behind these tests, but from what I've heard so far is that they're very inaccurate. And it bothers me. It's like just another way to try to demonize cannabis. And it's like, enough already. Like, this doesn't even seem ethical or humane anymore. Anyways, okay. So we got from It's a Bravo World, Brock and Scheana, Coachella Day 2, living their life. Season 7 reunion. I tweeted, it's kind of odd that Sandoval went to bat so hard for James and Raquel at the season 7 reunion. I kind of get why Jax returned his samurai sword now. Oh my gosh. And then remember when Tom Sandoval took Andy in the sidecar and it broke down not once, but twice. And Andy literally said, womp womp, to Tom Sandoval's face. I freaking love that. So hilarious. And overall, Sandoval's unhinged in season 7, the reunion. Lala, I've been just mentally tracking all of these Lala scenes because it's going to be interesting. We're going to have to do this all over again, by the way. When Lala's scandal comes out, we're going to have to go back because I think that scandal is bigger than Scandoval. But we just got to wait. The way she says, I don't want to school people on life. She said that on Watch What Happens Live last week, and then she said it about Billy. And by the way, Billy did not have a good season 7. This was when, like, everyone stopped liking her, I think. James, so funny. Andy's like, James, that's not nice. That's not nice. And James like, I know, Andy. Oh, and a better James kind of, I know. I can't do it. Anyways, here's Scheana in front of Patron working. Oh, the Bravo babe posted this picture of Billy and Tom Sandoval spotted Friday night. Interesting. The reunion, Bravo Snark Sites said reunion airs May 24th. Oh, so then Tom Sandoval goes to post, he's starting to post in his stories, and he posted a video of him making bracelets, and I feel like he's trying to make new jewelry for Raquel and him because he knows, like, we all made fun of the lightning bolt necklaces because that's how basic he is. And then also, does Tom Sandoval kind of look like Woody from Toy Story? 58% said yes. I feel like he does, kind of, without the mustache and everything. Also, he definitely ruined white nail polish for me. I have a replacement color in my Scandoval Survival Kit. It's called Devil's Advocate from Essie. Love it. It's nice and dark. Oh my gosh, Sassy's so funny. I'm skipping over things that are not really Scandoval related. Oh, okay. Vulture is upset. Posted. I think this is from TMZ. Looks like they're branding. Ariana Maddox smooching. New man at Coachella. Oop. Turns out this guy, what is his name? Daniel. He's pretty good looking, I think. Daniel Y. Somebody said it's her trainer. Others have pieced together that he was at the wedding in Mexico. Remember, that's where Ariana was first spotted after Scandoval broke. She went down to Mexico and she looked amazing in that really pretty dress. Okay, moving on. We're almost at an hour. I didn't even get to the episode yet. What is this? Okay, so Billy commented on, I think, Ariana's post and said, "It's your happiness shining through for me. Star eyes and heart hands." Then we see Ariana and her new guy taking pictures with their really cute shoes. I wonder if that's an ad and how much they got paid for. Oh my gosh, I love Candace from Potomac. She was on Watch What Happens Live, and she is living for Scandoval. So Candace, if you're listening, go check out all my story highlights because that's where I have everything documented. Okay, so this is when I started season 8. This is when I just don't like season 8 already to begin with. It was such a like buzzkill. We start off with Raquel, or Lisa going up to Raquel, and she's like, "Raquel has begged me several times to work at SUR. Look, requested to work at SUR so many times." And she finally gave her a job. Like, why? Why do you want to work? You could work anywhere. Why do you need to work at SUR? And after your boyfriend has been banned there, it's just, and then she's like, "He looks at me like a little puppy dog when I go to work." It's like, red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh my God, this one. Vulture is upset, posted, Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss code names for each other on cell phones. He put the name Jamie in his phone. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Okay, so then Pump Rules fans post. Okay, so you got Billy Lee, who's spotted out with Tom Sandoval Friday night. You got Billy Lee posting or commenting on Ariana's post during Coachella. Then, what up to Socialite Gossip? Then, I'm skipping this stuff. Poll real quick. Did Raquel go out with Oliver to make Sandoval jealous? 91% said yes. Oh my gosh, I got some really funny answers on this question of what are you doing for 420. High Times posted report, 39% of marijuana consumers plan to take time off of work to celebrate 420. Well, I hope you're here listening live with us. Okay, so this is interesting. This is from July 18th, 2019. Someone dug up an old article saying, the headline says, report, Billie Lee quit Vanderpump Rules after false accusations of a hookup with Ariana Madix's boyfriend, Tom Sandoval. What? I never heard that. I was not deep in it back then. But it says Billie Lee reportedly quit Vanderpump Rules midway through production on the Bravo TV series upcoming A season following an accusation that she hooked up with the boyfriend of one of her co-stars. Wow. Okay. So Kristen Doty, this is from Byway Hello Drama, responds to Billie's comment, I guess, and said, like, as she cried at Ariana's house days after Ari found out, shake my head. So then Billie Lee responds to Kristen, yeah, I was crying because they both are my family. It was sad and still is. What were you doing while I was crying? Literary. I think she meant literally. Taking selfies with everyone, including Ariana. Like, who does that? It felt like a funeral and you were taking selfies? Read the room. Oh, there's an eye roll emoji. Your friendship is fake and performative. I can hear Billie saying that, kind of. Thank you all for you all who are following on Instagram. We reached 11,000. I still can't believe it. It's crazy. I'm gonna skip this one. I made a joke about Tom Sandoval. Okay, so here we go. This is when, what day is this? This is like 3 days ago. I was honestly like starting to feel like, wow, maybe I shouldn't cover Scandoval anymore because like he got a lot out of me already, and like I feel like he likes the attention. By the way, on Instagram, we're running out of time. This is going to end in 2 minutes, so come over to YouTube so you can join and see all the stories I'm sharing on my phone. So I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I don't know if I should be covering Scandoval anymore. I think I'm like feeding his ego too much. But then this man goes and like, he won't quit. He is unhinged. He took my screenshot. Don't forget, remember I said the 3 icons of people, profile pictures of people who liked the post that I know, and 109 others. Tom Sandoval took my screenshot. Granted, it did go viral, so it's fine. But he deliberately blurred out my handle on my screenshot, but then also had the audacity to point at it, at my comment, as evidence to Miraval to demonstrate to them how unprofessional they were by outing him, even though they didn't say he was there. They were just playing up on the hype, which, again, was unprofessional. But, like, wow, Bethany, wow, I could not believe this. Like, he put in effort just to do that. So I'm like, he's trying to interact with me, or like, he's poking me now. Meanwhile, he's like allegedly there. I don't know. We don't know if he's there. I heard he might be at Canyon Ranch, but here's his post. I'm beyond disappointed in Miraval Resorts, Miraval, Arizona, and their decision to post to their Instagram account this past weekend, alluding to me staying there this week. They claim to be a refuge for wellness and betterment, but that is obviously false. They'd rather feed into the negativity and spectacle that has engulfed my life in a continuous effort to be healthy and work on myself. I planned a trip to go there completely alone to try and find some peace. Miraval clearly isn't the place for that. Special shout out to the general manager who refuses to take any responsibility for the actions of his team, even though he considered the post in poor taste. Regardless of where you stand in all this, we all deserve the chance to work to get better. And then he posted my screenshot. He also covered up that I booked. I don't know if it's called bookmark. I saved it on Instagram. So he covered that with like this GIF. and put an arrow on their caption and then put an arrow on my comment and blurred out my name, my handle. That is like so psychotic. Oh my God. I was dying. I thought that was so hilarious. I'm skipping over stuff because we're already an hour over, or an hour into it, but this is the thing. I'm like, I was like feeling bad for him. And actually, in last night's episode, Ariana was even like, if I thought you were an idiot, I'd be so nice to you. I'd be like, oh, poor thing. Like, that's kind of how I was starting to feel. But then he goes and does this, and I'm like, this man is wild. And then I have a clip of him yelling like, are you serious? Are you serious? I'm jealous? Anyone who knows me, my biggest fear is to be jealous. My biggest fear in life is to be known as jealous or something. Like, you're crazy. Page 6 posted Billy Lee leaving Tom Sandoval's. It says the Scandoval thickens. Pump Rules alum Billy Lee was spotted leaving Tom Sandoval's house Monday morning in the same clothes she was wearing the night before. Click the link in our bio for the details. I don't know. Something about this just felt very set up to me, and I was like, I don't care. Because this is during season 8. Oh my God, Tom. Just go check out my stories because Tom is so crazy. He's got a fake mustache on. It's coming off and he's screaming about Stassi. Like, he totally was wrong in that situation in season 8. Stassi had her book signing. She talked to Lisa about it. She talked to Tom Schwartz about it. Tom did all the planning for it. And then, like, in the middle of the night, Sandoval rage text Stassi saying, like, I'm going to effing kick you out of here or something. Like, he was so wrong. Dead wrong. But he's still justifying his behavior. So then at this point, in the week, we find out that Ariana and Billy are no longer following each other. Countess Kush has more pictures of Ariana and her new guy. Brad, ex-Brad, is Ariana's friend who is with them at Coachella. They got lots of video promoting 818, Poosh, all that stuff. I wonder how much they got paid for that. I really want to know. This was so interesting because, wait, what does Katie say? Oh, so during the bachelor party in Miami for Jax and Brittany, the guys dressed up, not in drag, but as old men. And I swear, the old man makeup may have helped Schwartz grow a spine for a second. Like, he had some... This was like the only time I've seen him in 10 seasons where he actually seems like he's trying to be a good person and not just be manipulated by Sandoval. So go and check those scenes out because I just find it so interesting. Like, they even go toe-to-toe in their crazy old man makeup, and like it totally diminishes the underlying message of this scene because Tom Schwartz really did stand up to Sandoval for once. Shout out to Real Housewives of Dubai. Bravo. Can't wait for Dubai. Anytime James Kennedy does an American accent, I need to hear it. Like, I would get should I ask a cameo? Like, only... Imagine if I ordered a cameo and said, I would like you to only do an American accent. Do you think he would do it? Oh my God. Let's raise some money for that. Okay. Another post from Blocked by Jax. Graceless Bravo has a good post. Bravoholics. Okay, so Bravoholics posted from It's Me, Billy Lee. Why she felt the need to even post anything, I thought was just wild. But she wrote, Tom and Ariana are my family. They have been there for me over the years, and I wouldn't be where I am today without them. It saddens me that people are so fixated on picking a side. Both are human and are both hurting in their own ways. I'm allowed to be friends with one of my best friends who made a mistake while still holding him accountable and not commending what he did. Anything else is extremely immature. There is a world where you can support and be there for both parties, and that's a world I choose to live in. Ariana seems to be in a way better place. I'm so happy that she's moving on, and Tom is really working hard on himself. I'll continue to love and support them unconditionally. I mean, I'm not hating on this message. I think the message is right. I mean, I do think you can support people, but I don't know if this is the right kind of support. Like, now's not the time. I don't know. There's nuances. I'm not mad at Billy if she's just like being his friend. I don't know. I told you, I'm starting to feel bad. Like, oh, poor thing. I kind of am feeling like that about Tom Sandoval. But then I'm like, is that what he wants? I cannot let him win. We need justice. Okay. Anyways, Bravoverse reposted from Comedy Central. Ariana did a little sketch comedy scene. I forgot this lady's name, but it's really funny. Go check it out. Love it. I was dying because Up and Adam was reporting on the Miraval post, and it's like, and then a commenter, it was me. Just kidding. I mean, not just kidding. It was me. So, let's see. That's TMZ talking about Miraval. Scenes. Locking lips. Oh, so Ariana Maddox locking lips again with Coachella Bay during LAX drop-off. This is from Byway Hello Drama. Turns out that Daniel lives in New York. I kind of want her to move to New York now. Selfishly. Just come closer to me. Just kidding. I sound crazy. Okay. So then we get another TMZ video of Tom Sandoval in the airport. Really disappointed that we didn't get Josh from TMZ, because I'd love to know if he knows what hindsight means now. But how set up is this? It just, I don't know. I thought it was funny. What was the point of this? I feel like Von Dutch may be paying him. That's why he did it. I don't know. Weird. Whatever. Okay, this is sick. Face Reality 16 has a post where it says Rachel took down all her highlighted stories. And if you've been following along, you know that I've recorded her Halloween stories about, showing how Tom Sandoval dressed up as her for Halloween. So she deleted all of them, right? But then she put back only the Halloween ones. Like, how scary is that? So scary. Diddy, my Dowdy, love her. Yeah. At first we thought she took everything down but the Halloween highlight. Then we found out she took them all down and then put it back up. That's even crazier. Jax is so funny. I don't remember this pastor thing happening. Like, I kind of heard through the show, I guess, that they were saying like their pastor was like homophobic or something. And I just thought it was funny that Jax tried to shut down Sandoval, and he's just like, my pastor's Lance. I have Lance Bass as my pastor. And I don't know why that's just so funny to me. Okay, this is from E! News. Regardless of where you stand in all of this, we all deserve the chance to work to be better. I think that's from his Miraval post. 90s Kids for Life, Seventh Heaven. I don't remember this. I never watched Seventh Heaven. I don't remember this scene at all, but this lady's like, I smoked pot. It's just so awkward. Like, who cares? I find it interesting as this scene is Lala in season 8 talking to Randall about Sandoval and how, he's this and that, and she like really has this number, and it's just like very ironic because she's talking to her manipulator. But this part's good. We see Jax confront Sandoval. He goes, Tom Sandoval can never tuck his tail between his legs and be like, you know what? I was wrong. He has never in his life apologized without saying but afterwards. Like, that's pretty interesting. Write that one down in your Scandoval notebook. Okay. What is this one? Oh, this is me being a witch again. So I created my Scandoval Survival Kit that I told you all about. And I swear I forgot about this scene with Tom, how Sandoval's crying because he's not going to be in Jax's wedding. They're both crying. I think I cried the first time I saw this scene when it first aired. And I almost cried a little bit watching it again. I'm like, oh my God, these guys are really upset. And Tom says, look, or Schwartz is like, I don't know how to be a best man. And Tom's like, I'll show you. Tom's crying. Schwartz is crying. And Sandoval's like, look, I'm going to hook you up with the effing ultimate, like, survival kit for the wedding day or whatever. And I'm like, holy shit. I made a Scandoval survival kit. I'm a witch. Let's see. What's this? Jax. Oh my God. Tom Schwartz is trying to convince Jax to re-invite Sandoval. And he's like, he was crying. And Jax goes, Tom can cry because it's sunny outside and there's a dog. Oh my God. That's so funny. Oh, Face Reality 16 posted this. There's a place for everyone on Reddit. There's a supporting Tom _ Raquel group with 14 people in it if you're interested. Oh boy. Okay, I need to skip through a lot of these because what I did on Vanderpump Rules Day, I was like, I'm just going to post everything to date. You can go to my Instagram and check it all out there. But I think we covered it all for like what has happened just outside of the show in the past week. I'm going to move into... This was deliberate. Oh, side note, I already did pick my seeds for this season, but question for anyone who's interested in this topic, do you shop for your seeds by terpenes? And maybe not seeds, but do you look at the terpenes when you pick your weed, like the strain? Because I do. And I feel like I'm almost turning into like a weed snob about it. But I was surprised. 33% didn't know what a terpene is. And I'll explain. A terpene is like a chemical compound found in all plants naturally. And for example, linalool, I don't know how to say it right. I'm going to do a blog post on this, but that is a terpene that's found in lavender that has been studied and shown to give medicinal benefits that help people to calm down, to relieve their stress. It's very relaxing. So that terpene can also be found in certain strains of cannabis. So imagine you want to calm someone else's down who's acting wild, go get them a strain that has a lot of linalool or whatever it's called. I think it's linalool. No. Anyways. Okay, so we get through most of the stuff going on with Scandoval on social media, but then he continues to start posting, and I'm like, dude, this looks like you're at Miraval. So I'm like spinning in my head, like, is this like some kind of marketing campaign? Like collaboration? Did they plan this? Is somebody profiting off of this? Like, I'm like, this is crazy. And he's got a big smile with the Von Dutch hat. I'm just like, is Von Dutch paying him? And guess what? Here's some tea for you. Where is it? Von Dutch looked at this story. Shit, I can't right now. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm going to keep going. Oh, so Pump Rules fans has a post. It looks like it's from Zachary Reality and Tom Schwartz. Guys, wait. There's inside intel that Tom Schwartz may be going on some kind of reality show called Stars on Mars that's being filmed in Australia, and it's like supposed to be really wild. I'm thinking like, if anyone saw the traders, I thought those challenges were pretty crazy. Like, I am wondering if it's going to be like that. But I'm kind of here for it. Like, I'll watch Tom Schwartz be put in new situations. He needs it, honestly. We haven't even got to the show yet, and I'm, like, so annoyed by him. But, okay. Lala goes on her stories. This is from Pump Rules, and she says, so I heard... Oh, because in the TMZ... Okay, this is important. In the TMZ interview with Tom Sandoval, he's like, oh, you know, all the whole squad of it all. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? It sounds like he's trying to say there's, like, mean girls, and, like... I'm like, who's the squad of it all? He wasn't very clear on that. But then Lala goes on and she's like, he blamed it on the squad for Scandoval not dying down. And he just keeps proving what a narcissistic piece of shit he is. If you didn't do something fucked up, there would be no scandal. So she just goes on, whatever. That's funny. Okay. Now, I'm going to switch. I'm taking this down. I am going to switch to slides. Okay, so we just went through Scandoval, all my stories. Now we're going to go through the never before seen. There were 4 never before seen shots of last week's episode 10. It's all happening again. The first one that we have here is Raquel and Tom Schwartz after they kiss. And he says, like, he goes, do you remember your first kiss? And she said, no, I do remember. I just blocked it out. And Schwartz is so stupid. He just, like, totally wasn't listening or paying attention because she contradicted herself in one sentence. And he's like... He starts going on about himself or whatever. Like, it was weird. I'm going to move on so we don't take up too much time. Okay, the second scene, I, like, literally was, like, shaking after this scene. This is Raquel, Tom, and Ariana in the hot tub, and their friend is taking a picture of them, and they're joking about being a throuple, and it's just, Ariana's way drunk. You can tell, like, she is not really paying attention or whatever, but... Tom and Raquel are looking at each other. We also know as viewers that they are already having an affair, and it's just very jarring to watch. But I'm going to go to the next slide. The third scene, channeling Jennifer Aiden being mad at dinner. The third scene, they're at the hibachi dinner during Scheana's wedding. And of course we see Ariana showing compassion for Katie. Scheana's like, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, then Raquel mentions the support from Sandoval for her beauty pageant. They cut to him. I've seen this video before where he's like, Raquel, do the power stance or whatever. I have like the whole video, the sound of it. Oh my God, it's like, blah, nightmares. But they show a part of that clip and he's got a t-shirt on that says Pageant Squad. Meanwhile, on TMZ, he had just mentioned the squad of it all. I feel like he's fucking with us. He is unhinged and he's messing with us at this point. I gotta move on. Okay, and then the fourth never before scene, I couldn't find any clues. If you have any, if you find any, let me know. They're all available on my Instagram. Okay. Finally, we're getting to the recap. Okay, so I'm going to read the episode description. This is Vanderpump Rules, Season 10, Episode 11, Mistress in Distress. The episode description is, back in Los Angeles, Lala celebrates her birthday with an epic party. Raquel sets her sights on Oliver after being rejected by Schwartz. Tom and Ariana discuss their plan to make embryos together. Allie and James witness a suspicious interaction between two friends. Tom and Tom must reckon with the fact that their bar won't open on schedule again. Dude. All right, I'm just going to go scene by scene. Nothing big going on here. They got Scheana and Brock writing their thank you cards. She wrote so much in the card. It's like, girl, no. I like this scene with Allie and James. It's still like it's so obvious how hung up he is over Raquel still, and it's just like really cringy to watch. But I love how Allie's like, I don't know, I love Schwartz, but he's literally 40 years old and wears pajamas out. So, and James liked that because James is like, I think they're gonna keep going out. He like got obsessed, I think, a little bit with the idea of them hooking up, because later on we see that she mentions to James how she saw Sandoval and Raquel dancing at the Abbey together at 1 a.m, and James brushed it off. He was like, oh, probably because she's hanging out with Schwartz or whatever. Like, he totally, like, that was totally not on James's radar. Actually, if that Schwartz thing didn't happen, he probably would have been on to Sandoval. So maybe, was this a cover-up more for his relationship with James or not to hurt Ariana? I wonder. I just kind of skipped ahead, but we see Charlie and Raquel taking pictures. We see Katie pick up the dogs and totally blow off Schwartz, and I freaking loved it. I loved it. Yes, girl. I love it. And I was so annoyed when Schwartz calls Sandoval, who's in a confessional, and he's like, I did nothing wrong. And it was giving me hardcore Vicky Gunvalson vibes when she's like, I did nothing wrong. Jesus was nailed to the cross and he did nothing wrong. And I'm just like, dude, you are so wrong. And let's put this into context a little bit more, okay? People are like, oh, they're single, blah, blah, blah. What if, and like, Katie and Schwartz, their deal together, like the relationship they were trying to have, I thought that was like actually really mature, and like they talked about these things that make them uncomfortable, and she specifically said like, don't date anyone in the friend group. So for him to like completely dismiss that, like, dude, if you don't know that you did something wrong, there's something wrong with you. Like, she could not be more clear about it. And he's like, I don't get it. And it's like, dude, I'm so mad at Schwartz for this. Grow up. And then Sandoval, of course, is like hyping him, like, oh, you did nothing wrong. Like, shut up. God, I'm suing for emotional pain. This next scene I love. We see Charlie speak up to Raquel about how she thinks Raquel kissing Schwartz is incredibly distasteful, and I don't blame her. Like, good for her. I really like Charlie in this scene, and that's why I don't know why people are like trying to not include Charlie. I think that she would be a great addition. They're just like not really having her, I guess. But watching Raquel and how she responded to it, she definitely was like defensive and like, I'm not going to date him, as if that makes it okay or something. It's just, I don't know. This scene also bothered me, where Schwartz is they're at Schwartz and Sandy's, they're having a meeting, and he's like, oh, look at this, I posted pictures of the wedding, and there were, someone said like, come on, bro, did you hit that? Like, I hate that. That talk just like it triggers me. Oh, come on, bro, did you hit that? Like, ew. That's all I gotta say. But then I kind of love this scene because Tom Sandoval has like a tantrum and he's like, we're either open or we're fucked. And like the way he is like, fucked was so, I don't know, it was just so funny to me. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. Maybe I am a little bit. But then we see, by the way, I have done program management and project management at a 9-figure scale. And to see this business not have any project management is one of the main reasons why they're just constantly losing money. Like, that is so dumb. When you are a program or project manager, you prioritize things, you have tasks, you have people assigned to them, owners, you have due dates, you have priority lists, you have risk lists, you have issues, mitigation plans. Like, there is a lot that goes into making a project be cost effective and efficient. And these guys are just like doing it, like, they're like, I don't know, oh, what do we need to open? Like, are you kidding me? Oh my God, it was driving me insane watching that. But we see Katie and Ariana, Katie comes over to make sandwiches with Ariana, and this scene was so uncomfortable because we know that Tom Sandoval is like cheating with Raquel at this time, and they're talking about Raquel and Schwartz. So diabolical. It's just like, ugh. But the Ariana chimed in and was like, I think it was like the not mentioning of it that was kind of weird. She said, it's that they didn't tell anybody, and that like gives me chills almost, because it's like that's what was happening, but with your guy. Ugh. Shout out to James Kennedy at See You Next Tuesday at Sir. He made a song about me. Not really, but I'm just gonna say it is. The lyrics are out of chain and making memes, smoking green. Shout out to James Kennedy. Love him. I need to go to Sir just to hang out at See You Next Tuesday, I think. But this is where he tells Lisa about the kiss, and she's like, why are you worried about it? All right, this is where things get really, really sick and twisted, guys, okay? So this scene with LVP, Tom, and Raquel as their server is just so uncomfortable. So she comes over, and Tom Sandoval is like, I can't hear you, Raquel. We can't hear you. Motioning for her to like come sit in between them. And even LVP picked up on this. She's like, why do you like it so much? Because he's got this really creepy grin on his face. And I really like, I don't think that energy was being hidden at all. And it's just so creepy because then you see, she's like, you've got a smile on your face. And it's just so bizarre. So then he goes, so it's Sandoval, and people are saying like, I didn't like this part. If you're looking at the picture that I have up on my visuals, it says a effing whore. And I'm like, that's Tom Sandoval telling Raquel that Katie called her a whore in front of her boss and in front of the guy who he cucked with her while she's working. I don't care if I don't know. This feels so mean for Tom Sandoval. Yes, it's mean of Katie. I'm not talking about Katie right now. I'm talking about Tom Sandoval talking to his mistress while they're like hiding this affair, and is like, oh, she called you a whore. Like, this is some kind of sexual deviance on a different level. Like, we need a trained professional in here to talk about this. And even Lisa says, why would you have to tell her that? And he's just like, oh. And she's like about to walk away, but then you can see, like, I think he finally got it. He's like, oh shit, I just told my mistress she's a whore. You can't make this up. He's probably in his head like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. So then he's like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, I mean, I don't appreciate being called a whore. And it's just like, it's so meta. Like, I don't even know how to describe how crazy this is. This is insane. I'm going to move on. That was the most crazy. That was like really, we should sue for that scene. I'm just kidding. But damn, that was a lot. But I want to give a shout out to Lala because she's clearly watching Housewives and she's clearly making sure her charcuterie board game is on point because she did a good job. I like it. Way to go, Lala. I have this like weird love-hate relationship for Lala. Like I love her kind of, like I do love a lot of things about her and I will give her credit where credit is due, but then other times I'm just like, you are ridiculous. But I also find that ridiculousness to be hilarious too. Like it's very entertaining. So I'm here for her. Okay, Satchel. We get to meet Satchel because Katie is telling Lala at her house. Lala's like talking about her birthday coming up. And I don't think he's a bad looking guy. Like I don't love his hairstyle because it reminds me of Weird Al too much. But I love somebody who loves their natural body. So I don't hate his hair because of that. I don't know if that makes sense. However, his name, Satchel, that is what I was like, that's not a name. Like it felt very Apple Paltrow or like, what's Apple's last name? Gwyneth's child. I never heard that name, but I guess it's a famous name. There's like some historic figure who had that name. So I don't know. I don't want to hate on him. I'm not name shaming. But I was a little bit taken aback. So, this next scene. So we see the Toms go to Lisa's house, Villa Rosa, which we now know is for sale. Somebody better buy that and turn it into a Vanderpump Rules museum. But this was really sad because her pony died. And I remember her getting that pony. I don't know if it was on Beverly Hills or Vanderpump Rules. But I don't really like Beverly Hills. Like, I actually hate Real Housewives of Beverly Hills the most. I hate it more than Jersey. And I don't like Jersey that much either. So it's weird that I even love Vanderpump Rules. But it was just sad that her pony died. So here we see them talking about opening up the restaurant. And I love this scene because Tom Schwartz finally was like, finally sticking up for himself and saying like, he called out Sandoval saying, you don't back it up with your actions and your effort. And I was like, yes. And he even said like, for example, and this is a suggestion, life lesson for any argument you ever have. If you have a complaint about something, always, always, always bring a specific example. And that's exactly what Schwartz did. He goes, that time that we had to do, I forgot what he said, like the menus or something, you went to your band practice and earlier that day you got your nails done. And Tom Sandoval's only response is like, I can't walk around with chipped nails. Like, oh my God, that's something my 13-year-old would say. And she would know. Saying it, she'd probably be like, oh my God, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that. Because that's not acceptable. Unacceptable. Ugh. Can't stand this guy. All right. So then we see Ariana and Sandoval talking about fertilizing her eggs. I didn't remember this. I forgot that Ariana said, like, I told him to go fertilize the eggs and he just hasn't done it. And so she's talking about it. She's like, you have to not drink or smoke for 5 days. And he's like, yeah, sure. Which we now know that he never wound up doing, because on Howie, he said, this is the first time I've not drank for 4 days straight. So I'm pissed for the fact that he's like dragging her along on this. And also, like she said, like, these are precious eggs. I worked really hard to get these eggs. Like, I don't want your shitty sperm fucking him up. And he's over there drinking and smoking or whatever. And it's like, that disrespect right there bothers me. Ugh. And then, oh God. He says, last year when Ariana asked me to fertilize her eggs. So why couldn't it seems like I'm starting to think that Tom, maybe around that time when she asked for him to fertilize the eggs, maybe that's when he was like, oh shoot, I don't think I want to stay with Ariana. I'm just guessing. I'm trying to like rationalize his behavior or something. I'm going to skip this Oliver and Garcelle dinner because I don't like Beverly Hills and I didn't find much substance here. It felt like it was unnecessary. This is where Allie says that she saw Sandoval and Raquel at the Abbey. Then we see Raquel. We had this episode, like a preview of this before, but or this scene, and she calls Oliver's wife because I do kind of vaguely remember things blowing up on social media and saying like, Raquel's the other woman or whatever. And so I guess she called the wife and she told her what was up. And Raquel still went out on the dinner. As we see, Scheana's like, yeah, you should go and like confront him or whatever. But they did make it out to be something that I don't think it was. But I also feel like, didn't we see a picture of them kissing across the table on that date somewhere on social media? I'm so confused about that. I didn't think it was going to turn out the way that it did. But we see Christina Kelly and Lala talking about the situation. And Lala's like, I'm about to go in on that hoe, which is just, again, why I think Lala's so funny. It's like, you're ridiculous. What does she say here? I watched your stories. I read your Instagram. Okay, so then we're at Lala's birthday party. We see Schwartz trying to... I got so grossed out watching him try to get into this tub. And like, Andy has his phone and like a mug, and there's nowhere to put the mug. It just was like disturbing to me. But then we see Raquel on the dinner date and she says like, I'm mad. It's so funny to me because the things that she says don't match the tone and emotion that I would expect of someone being like, yeah, I'm mad that he's married. And, you know, like, she's just like, yeah, I'm really mad. And it's weird to me. Like, I don't understand that. But then she leaves the date, shows up at Lala's birthday, which is so inappropriate and weird and awkward. But of course, Lala is just like, what's up, mistress? I loved how Katie called out Tom, but get this, okay? Listen, he could have, in this very moment, decided to explain or come clean about him and Raquel starting to hang out. He could have been like, yeah, we've been hanging out. We're like really good friends now or something, you know? But instead of him doing that, he was completely 110% deceptive. And he goes, what are you talking about? Oh, this dude is stupid. Like, totally, like, his reaction. We need to write this down in the study books. He, like, his reaction to it just said so much, I feel like. Right? Let's see, what's this? Oh, super cringy. Lala. She tried to, like, I think she, in this moment, probably knew, like, if I keep going hard towards Raquel, after she's admitted, like, men can be manipulative and whatnot, then people are going to hate me when they see this. So I think that's why she, like, overcompensated when she was like, okay, I don't hate you, and, like, you're not a mistress. Like, she could have just been like, okay, yeah, we're good or whatever. And instead, she overcompensated and took it too far, where she's like, don't let anyone tell you you're a mistress, and like too much, girl. You could have just say less. Because that was super cringy. But next week, I hate to see anyone in pain, but the way James reacts, like he got a chopstick in his eye or something, which rightfully so, I'd be upset, but he's like, Allie! And he screams like a girl. He was like, ah! Still love James. So then, and there's a scene with Allie and James where he's like, it sounds like Katie's saying that Tom and Ariana are in an open relationship. And that's when that rumor starts happening. And I think it's because of that thruple picture in the hot tub. But you see Schwartz ask Sandoval, how are you and Ariana? And he's like, it's been a little frustrating. And what he said was so annoying. Well, actually, I don't know if it was in this scene or when he was talking to Ariana about the embryos, but I think it was when he was talking to her about the embryos. He said something like, well, it just feels like whenever something comes up, there's an argument, you always take someone else's side. And I'm like, this mofo is literally saying what Katie's been saying about her own husband, who Sandoval is the one who is ripping them apart. I feel like I'm crazy. I need to go to Miraval right now. And then we see James throw a drink on Schwartz, and I don't know if he's drinking in this scene, but he just walks away like, yeah, I did it. It's kind of funny. So real quick, I'll go through Watch What Happens Live. We had Scheana Shay and Michael Rappaport. Let me see. I'll quickly try to go through all the things that she said. Scheana admitted she shoved Raquel. She admitted that she threw her phone and she does not regret the altercation. When asked about Raquel being in a mental health facility, she said, I heard she was at a resort. They asked about Brock and Raquel. She said, I asked him and he said no. And as a follow-up, she asked, did she try anything? And Brock said no. So I don't want to believe that anything happened, but what man is going to be like, yeah, she did try and I didn't. Right? Like, if she tried, he probably would, is all I'm trying to say. Anyways, Rappaport, he mentioned how Sandoval should have came to Andy instead of Howie. And like I said, I agree with that. But whatever. Let's see. I can't read my own writing. Who is this? Will? Who's Will? Oh, Andy asked if she thinks that Tom and Raquel will last. And she said, from what she heard, it's already toxic. Dude, if they don't fucking get married and have children who become president of the United States and end world peace or end world hunger and solve or I don't know, whatever, create world peace. If they don't do that, then this is for nothing. So they better have a fucking happy ending or else I'm going to be pissed. Not happy ending, but something good better come out of this. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I think that's all I got for my slides. I'm almost at 2 hours. This shit is wild, guys. Let me look through the comments. I have that red light? You do? Dude, I freaking love this red light. This thing is the bomb. Clears up your skin. Ugh, Love it. What's the whole Billy situation? We talked about that. I'm convinced that this Miraval drama is Tom's way of getting attention off Rachel. Interesting, Serafina. Interesting. Tom is at Canyon Ranch in Tucson today. I live nearby. And I clocked the background in his Instagram photos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, that's why I'm like, why is he even posting? And there was one video in his stories where he's doing archery, and there's a female voice who's like, oh, and people are like, is that her? We don't know where she is. Oh man, checking in to say hi. And I'll be back to watch later. Satchel was giving me Klinger vibes, but I'm trying to be too nice. Or be nice too. Okay, Satchel Paige, famous baseball player, played in the Negro League and MLB, had an illustrious and long career, 1924 to 1948. Okay. See, I'm not hating on Satchel. I just thought the name was like, felt very much like Apple or something. Oh, this is so fun. I want to make sure I thank you all for joining. Make sure you follow, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be updated when we go live for Cannabis Mom Boss and Bravo and Blaze. Again, subscribing, reviewing, sharing, liking, and or leaving a 5-star rating is incredibly appreciated and helps this show to continue to grow. See you next time. Have a great 420. Be safe, be responsible, but enjoy your life. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Stay lit, fam.